Hello everybody, welcome back to the Cafe d'Arcadia. My name is Sagar, I'm one of the two owners of the Cafe d'Arcadia. How's it going? I see my loving wife Lorelai, I see Suki, I see Misquits. So, today is possibly the last day, depending on how things go. Hey Torres. So with that, there's only an hour and 50 minutes left of the Subathon. So I've turned on to have 8 times the 8 times ultra multiplier on again. So, ain't that fun? I forgot to do one thing. I'm just setting it up real quick. There we go. Set it up. Yeah, so with it being 8 times multiplier for the for packs and cart and subs and all that, I think this might actually be the last day. Like genuinely. But yeah, hold on. Can I put this away? I need to open up a map. I need to get out of this area because I'm inside the city. Did you see the card I put in the card against? I saw it. I haven't read it yet. Temporal intervention, tune black. Void. 2 less to cast if a non-land permanent left the battlefield this turn or a spell was warped this turn. Okay. Target opponent reveals a hand, you choose a non-land card from the deck, player discards a card. That is interesting, potentially. Wide's bannable and Pauper, Lotus Petal, yeah. Yeah. What's up, love? Yes, I'm aware my prime is expired, love. Yeah. So for context for everybody who was not here, I started the game. The world is dangerous. We killed the merchant who was supposed to be helping us, Mr. Alex Hawthorne of the ship the Unreliable. Yes, the Outer Worlds. I started it yesterday, Bobo, because after our break that we took so me and Lorelai could get some dinner. We had some good stuff happen, right? We had some good food. I went from there and I started this up. Sorry, I'm adding a couple words. To the kick ban list. Well, it looks like the timer might resolve tonight. Yeah, the subathon would officially be over. It just depends on, how people go about this. And then we could start actually having a schedule and everything, even though I'm kind of pushing us back into that point. Slowly but surely. Is it Die Robot that I'm looking at doing? Yeah. Good night. Why did you not die when I shot you in the head? There we go. Yeah, when I first saw that card, I put in there, I thought of treasure tokens and remembered Lotus Petal. Then Lotus Petal properly. Yeah. There's some nutty stuff that goes on in Popper that you would not think would happen, and then it does. Like, Lotus Petal is a disgustingly good card. And the amount of times Lotus Petal is the reason why something's good is, I think, a little extreme. Oh, hello. Can you just go down, please? Okay, my pistol is the electro gun. Painting the hammer as much as I can. There we go. Just grab all these bits and pieces, because I just kind of cleared through them pretty well. So now...
I've always wanted to poke around in here.
Oh?
Something you need? You mean about the mission being too clean?
It's a church, correct?
Vicker says the universe is a machine, that it runs by law. Real machines have gunked up oil, scratches, and worn bits. You can tell they've seen handling, been used by folk. The machine Vicker sees is one ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's something on a museum shelf, under glass. Fixing the universe is a job for somebody way better than the likes of me.
Mm-hmm. All right. Hey, Juno. Yeah, we just got back up to it. Yeah, we haven't started for very long. I'm saying this card would be like Grief and Popper. Yeah, more than likely. More than likely, Boba. Emerald Vale, Geothermal Plant, Power Plant Security Terminal, Disarm Security Fences. Security log's been terminated in the Matrix. Oh, wait a second. This is the geothermal plant. I do not want to be here quite yet. Because I'm pretty sure... Yeah, that... Yeah, let's not take down the geothermal plant quite yet. because trying to help Korea, Rome, and a few other nations jump Austria. In civilization, right? Right, Bobo? Fat snake. Fat snake. Anyways, alrighty. But yeah, no, ooh, little ammo cache. That's nice to have. And some extra stuff. So, yeah, here's the botanical lab. Oh, they kind of cleared this already.
Come along, stranger. We don't want any trouble.
Hey, I'm here on a mission.
I don't know you.
I know you don't know me.
You're looking for it ain't here. Move along.
I'm looking for Adelaide.
Huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those.
Reed said something about farmer workers living out in the wilderness.
Yeah, that's us. And you can tell Thompson we're doing just fine by ourselves.
Yeah, about that, buddy.
You're gonna start wandering around my camp. Know that I got my sights on you.
Where can I find Adelaide?
Over in the hothouse, tending crop. Enough with the questions. No offense, but I've got a lot on my mind.
I'm just, you know what?
Well, look at you, buzzing around the aether with your very own ship. Rest of... No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her.
Unworthy of me is a fun word. I don't think that's the right word you meant, but you know, I understand you being a little snarky.
It's not like Zoe to go wandering. Figured she might be out scavenging, but that ain't exactly her talent. Can't imagine where she's gone. Vale's a wide place. She could be anywhere.
Alright, well, I'll take a look for her.
Appreciate it. Honest.
Alright, I will leave you be. Well, we got a side quest to go find a missing person. How bombers and triplanes worked in Civ 5? Yeah, they're a little funky. I'm not gonna lie. Hey, Dragon King. Today's the day, huh?
Oh gosh, it's so pretty.
Hi there, Adelaide.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear?
You must be Adelaide.
I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in
Tobaccorn.
but it's been cleaned.
Did the redeem not go off? Oh, did my redeem not go off? My redeem did not go off. Huh. Alright, give me a second. I know exactly why it didn't go off. Okay. Can't have a stream without
This
a
right
little
here
bit of
is my
scuff.
favorite
There
thing
it goes.
ever. In the history of forever. I think about this every day. I think about this all night long. I stay awake, not sleeping, because I'm thinking about this.
Reed Thompson, you here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then? Make amends. Spare me. Only thing Reed knows how to make is a mess. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves. He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans?
I need your power regulator.
Cannery's got a regulator. You want chip parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid.
Mmm.
You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
I'll consider it.
Trust you will listen to your conscience.
Canyon perks. Cool. Thank you for the companion perks tutorial. Alright. I'm thinking about this right now, right? Sorry. I'm genuinely kind of thinking about this decision of redirecting to Edgewater versus redirecting to the Botanical Lab here. Because on the one hand, right? Um We'll get this up to 20 so I can actually do stuff with companions a little bit more. Companion ability 1, companion ability 2. Okay. I could give her more. Oh, I could turn her into a tank. You know, we'll take the tier 1 HP bonus because she's already kind of tanking for me. Okay, I can now dodge forward. Cool. That'd be literal theft at this point. Okay. Okay, soil sour. Got another work from Edgewater ex-worker now. Desertion rates must be climbing. Not necessarily a surprise. Read solid management has always been tyrannical. I mentioned Exodus is brewing. Experimental notes. The town as a gear in the Solus greenhouse may look impressive, but it's all space of choice products, cheap and unreliable. Make some repairs with my own hands. Horticulture has failed to produce a single viable crop. Something about the soil being too poor. Flora living things, as I tend to, corporate scientists are tending them cold, heartless, and inhumane. I don't know how to explain that. I'm sure the scienticians will say something about biology or the carbon cycle. Sticking to a rich and wholesome garden of love, attention, compassion, and natural fertilizer bursting with organic materials just as nature intended. Yeah, so she's using corpses. Almost 100%. Like 100% she has to be using corpses. Be it from like animals and such or people. Alright, so before I go do further, right? Let's see if I can find out more about this Zoe girl. For clues. No more Edgewater for me, no more cannery, no more drumsticks and gloves. Yes, ma'am. And would you like another's? Don't know why I'm writing this down for posterity's sake. I always hated the cannery. Just because I got sick, everyone gets sick. Really done treat myself. Whatever happened to personal responsibility surviving by one little bootstraps? Oh, but you must appropriate one box of adrenaline. That sounds like she was overdosing a little bit. 22. Bands of wild, free-spirited bandits living at camps on the hills. Took away some of Adelaide's food, and got some spare cans of salt tuna. During the time too, everyone lives. I got odds of those murders with them, and with them. Bandit. Oh.
Woo! Woo! Woo!
Takeshi.
No! Oh no!
Yep. So, brain trying to brain while doing all this, right? It reads to me as if she's clearly using corpses to care for her garden, because you have to have if your soil is sour, you need something to reinvigorate it. It's if I remember correctly, that actually means you need to have you have too much nitrogen in the soil. It's nitrogen or something. I can't remember. But effectively, your soil's too acidic. Oh, hello there. That's one way to deal with them. Buddy. Buddy, hey. Alright. So what I was getting at was, just reload. Yep. What I was trying to get at was, like, it feels like, you'd want to direct the power to the botanical plant, but I'm almost positive you kind of don't. Because the number of people in a safe, I'll say this, a relatively safe environment that has a guaranteed job and resources being sent to them thanks to the presence of the I hate to say it, it's better to keep the capitalists in power, even though they're treating people like corporate slaves. Um, they're gonna be overall better for the Oh, hello there. Well, that's one way to go about it. But my words just do not want to work with me today.
I don't know anybody who ever came out this far.
The idea is that perhaps if you were able to talk to them, maybe we can just want to stop in for a minute for an interesting complete your checks. Yeah, no, drinking. Take your time, dude. But thank you for coming by. I'm just thinking about I'm trying to think of how to explain what my thoughts are, right?
Easy.
I would think that the botanicals.
Stand and deliver! Always wanted to say that.
Hi. I'm not here to fight you.
No encore?
Wow, you crossed them all off, like some sort of heroic accountant running down a list. Teach me your ways.
You, Zoe.
What? You mean Adelaide's little congregation of nature-loving nobodies? I could not possibly be less interested in them. You, on the other hand, you were a sight to behold. If I had half your skills, I'd be the greatest outlaw the coast has ever seen. Why? Adelaide wants me back on garden duty or something? Thanks, but I'm not going anywhere. This is where I belong. And no serial dramas. I've been thinking about going back. I just gotta know if Lord Cavendish really is the masked marketeer. I'll take my stuff and head on back, I suppose. Grace is gonna be glaring knives at me, so I've got that to look forward to.
Take care. Okay, let's get my thoughts in order before I progress further here. Hi, Tigger. The botanical camp, while really, really nice, and it's good for them because they're able to live on their own, they're able to do what they want, right? Realistically, it's not a bad option, right? The problem is that the entirety of Edgewater basically gets screwed over, right? Trying to think. Both decisions really suck, right? But all right. So if I go back to Edgewater, right? I take the power back to Edgewater. I'm just kind of looking at the armor now. Then what I effectively set up is this concept of the botanical camp dies and the people will be forced to go back, which frankly kind of sucks, but I mean, they'd have corporate support, they'd have a protected wall, they'd have a way to, continue thriving, right? But directing it away from Edgewater, sure, they have the defense of the wall, but any other support they would otherwise have is basically gone. But the botanical camp gets to live on. Would it force them to live? And this is where my thought comes up. Which actually does the least amount of harm, right? Because unfortunately for me, I love playing as oh shit. I am very much a player who is I want to cause the most amount of good, the least amount of harm, right? And because of how I like to play in that manner, when I have to make decisions like this, I do actually try to genuinely think about the long-term repercussions of it, even if I will never truly see them, right? I'm aware. It is not a world I will get to see in that manner, right? Nonetheless, sequels happen, kind of like what happened with Mass Effect, right? Which, I really loved Mass Effect up until the ending of the third game. Because the third game boiled your decisions down to, everything sucks. I got Zoe to come back.
Always get along, but I'm glad to know she's safe. What happened anyway?
So she tried to become a bandit queen.
Zoe joined up with a band of marauders. Zoe. The same Zoe who doesn't know a barrel from a trigger. Well, I've heard stranger things.
Yep.
You pretty much did my job for me. Least I could do is pay you for your trouble. Let me know if I can do something for you.
I'll leave you be for now. But the thing is, right, like, I do like the idea of trying to figure out what is the least amount of harm I can do and the most amount of good, And unfortunately, until I go up the ladder effectively, or up the power ladder, the fame ladder, whatever you want to call it, right? There's not really a way. There's not particularly a way for me to know with good faith that choosing the botanical camp is the better of the two options, right? Mostly because with this being a space game, they need.
Oh, that's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannery.
That's Thomas? Who's. Where did you see Thomas? I want to meet this person called Thomas. Hello there, Thomas.
Oh, didn't see you there. I was just occupying myself with a little engineering.
Oh no, I agree, Juno.
Miss Parvati.
I'm just trying to vocalize my thoughts about this entire situation.
Hi. Hello.
Are you, are things safe out here? How are you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out?
What's up, love?
Oh gosh, no, I'm just...
All right, give me one moment, love.
Are you from town? I mean, you don't exactly look like you're from town.
Hold right there.
What?
Put this on. Camera.
Yeah.
Oh, oh, I'm not. Not an exaggeration.
Okay, sorry about that, everybody.
Well, what
It's,
I meant was your reason.
Lorelai needed help with some camera
look
resolution
super
problems,
big.
and I don't know how to fix them
Sorry,
without taking a
just
lot more
wasn't
time.
sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see. Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair.
Yeah.
I'll take all the help I can get.
I'll gladly try to help some people.
Learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs.
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I know the old community center kept a copy. Should find another one back in town. If you could find me even one of those pads, I'd be greatly obliged. Would you?
Okay, so he has a quest. Let's try to help these guys before I take away their power. Because I would feel awful if I just didn't try to help them before I did this. You know? Because, like I said, I'm gonna be taking their power away from them, and that's the thing, right? Because, and see, that's my thing, right? I'm being a goody two shoes because I'm gonna be taking away the power, and I don't want to be that guy. But just doing a quick check of my gear. Just unequipping everything so I can kind of see what I have. I have a grenade launcher. Bolter pistol. And then I'll have my plasma rifle. That's it. Grenade launcher. Well, that's one way to eliminate the enemy. Completely incinerate them. I didn't realize I hadn't full cleared this area. I'll be honest. Is there a way up to that second level? Right, I've been through this portion. Here's the path to the second level. Guide to mechanical engineering. Is there anything else of note here? Apple juice. Man, I love apple juice. Apple juice is actually really good. I don't know why it's so good. Even though it's not really like apple juice in the way that you'd think it would be normally. Yeah, like I said, I hadn't full cleared this and I hadn't realized that. Well, now it looks like I full clear. Oh, hold up. Now it looks like I full cleared it. Okay. And then I think he said the other one was... He said it was like in town or some shit? Yeah. I would like to keep the gun away while I'm in town. I don't think it's polite to have the gun out in town unless you're a guard like, you know, this guy. Let's see. On the other side, okay. Come on through, we're in the cannery. Let's see, Got the logs for 1 and 2. Symptoms of infection have now reached critical mass. Have instructed our staff to transform the old domicile into a sick house. Plague is reality of life on the frontier. If you find yourself suffering the symptoms of the incipient plague, the best thing you do is don your jumpers and come to work. You're an idiot. I'm sorry. You're an idiot. Coming to work does not fortify your spirit. It literally turns you into, you know, a walking pest. It's geothermal plant, botanical lab. All right, Thomas, where are you? Find the 3 volumes. I don't know what the 3rd volume would be. Illustrated manual then. Where's that one? It's over there. Well, time to run over there. Hey, Draconic, go get some sleep, man. I know it's probably late for you. Right? You know, not what I was trying to do. Oh, I have to go up the hill to go out and around. Okay. Okay. It has a talk interaction button and it wasn't letting me talk. It wasn't actually talking to me. Okay. This is where I can have gun out. There we go. Now we wander through the, we tiptoe through the tulips. I don't know. Tiptoe by the garden, through the garden, come away with me. We tiptoe through the tulips with me. This feels like that kind of game. Oh. That was a critical hit. That had to have been a critical hit. Yeah, that thing vaporized. Okay. Take me down to the Paradise City. I got the mine. Pick them.
Wow.
Pick the safe. Loot the place. Get nice and well set up for whatever I'm dealing with. And then let's see, is there anything further into this cave? Might as well explore it to its completeness while we're here. Oh, hello there.
That's the last of them.
Okay, well. That's how that goes. I genuinely wonder if the vicar is the one that has the other book. And yeah, I know I'm kind of just running errands right now and not progressing the stories. But
Wonder if the plague's ever been.
oh, he's inside the church. Hey, Vicar Max.
Progress on that matter we discussed? Wonderful. This is fantastic. Well worth all the sacrifices I...
Wait.
What the fuck is this? Is this French? I can't fucking read French. It's a law-forsaken joke is what it is. I was so high and mighty, preaching to the yokels about following the plan, while fighting it at every turn. Well, yes. But I assure you, it was not for personal gain, only for the...
That anger was a very much a personal gain situation.
Searching for the keys to unlocking the secrets of the universal equation that underlies the plan. I had hoped this book held some of those answers. I became so desperate, I even got myself assigned to this plague-ridden backwater to find the damn thing. All the time and suffering I've spent. Wasted.
Oh,
Well, you save your mission work here to give you life and meaningful purpose.
Please. As if my life should have no greater meaning than proselytizing to a bunch of feeble-minded wretches. Nothing could be more excruciating than discussing the true nature of reality with people who have no interest beyond their next Aetherwave program. But that's neither here nor there. What I need to do now is to find a translator, obviously. But to do that, I'll first need to secure transport. You have a ship. Perhaps I can... Hydrate, you bastard! Hydrate!
Thank you.
Certainly.
Oh.
I already gave you most of my money, but I can offer you free spiritual counseling, and I'd be happy to watch your back. I'm pretty handy with a tossball stick, or any blunt instrument, really. I'm also a passable gun hand, if it comes to that. I can usually talk my way out of conflict, though. Oh, I'm fairly competent at hacking computers as well.
Is it even worth picking him up then? Yep. Yep. uh, um trying to figure out trying to think if I really want him, you know? Um you know what? Sure.
Fantastic. Let me get my things in order,
No,
and I'll
sure.
catch up with you.
Edgewater's gonna miss you. Folk here always had good things to say about their vicar.
Thank you, Ms. Holcomb. I'll be glad for the change of scenery, and to leave this place behind.
Oh,
I shall see you on the ship, Captain, whenever you're ready to leave Emerald Vale.
oh. Cool. With that being said, socialite engage, just so I can have it all ready to go. Or, cause I'm feeling 10-1 that we're gonna have some issues come up. Where having the ability to talk no jutsu will probably really help. All right. Oh right, I have a perk point. You know what? I think since I'm going to be running around with a companion most of the time, I will take the companion bonus. All right. Okay. Vending machine discovered. Where's the vending machine? All right. I know Die Robot's here. And then Frightened Engineer. Okay.
The control room should be ahead somewhere and a touch to the right. I hope we're doing the right thing.
I know the one guy, the one crazy dude thinking the robots are gonna rise up. I'm encumbered. That's joy. Hold on. Break down the trip blade. Break down the toss ball thing. Is there a way to sort this? Hmm. There is a way. Damage ratings. All right, so I can figure out what I'm going to break down now. Um. Let's see. Okay, yeah. So some of these are leveling up over time. And it is changing how I'm engaging with things. Okay. Well, that... Okay, I should no longer be encumbered. Spacer's choice. Legislative and formal notification of our company's displeasure towards your management of the Emerald Vale geothermal plants for reasons related to exceeding your staff budget in the latest quarterly report. Please expect 5 subordinates to be dismissed immediately. In addition, please contact our office to schedule your official reprimand at your earliest convenience. Failure to schedule your reprimand will result in an official reprimand. Wow. That's dumb. By the way, hi, rival. Team members help this finds you wealthy. I have identified and terminated no fewer than 5 subordinates who are unable to provide sufficient justification for their ongoing employment. I would like to remind the Oversight Committee that while most of everyone has failed to meet its production and output quotas, particularly agriculture, fishing, and canning departments, neither of which are anywhere close to profitable, Emerald Vale Geothermal Plant remains committed to providing cheap, cost-efficient power to the entire region. Okay. We investigate claims made against the profitability of the greater Emerald Vale. Offices agree with you. Agriculture, fishing, canning have experienced a steady decline, while Emerald Vale Geothermal Plants remains profitable. Our offices are currently investigating ways to implement additional cost-saving measures, which will ultimately lead to leaner, more streamlined. Do not attempt to interpret on... So, they took out an insurance policy on the entirety of Emerald Vale, expecting it to fail. Ain't that a questionable decision?
Oh, clever.
Officer spine? Officer's spine. The origin of this name of the sword is lost in antiquity. Was the name Officer Spine because officers could stand straight knowing they wielded these powerful swords? Or was that, like the officers, these swords vented noxious fumes? No one knows. Hey, Parvati. Here you go.
System alert.
Good night. Let's see. That is the front door. That is downstairs. Let's explore this place before we try to follow the main path. You guys are unreasonably adorable. Determine security key card. I do not have the lock picking at the moment. That's unfortunate. Unlock door. Authorization passcode is required. Thank you, Mr. Thompson. Personal log. Chester Higgins again. That whole head. Found him fiddling around with one of the mechanicals, so I had to write him off for tampering with company property, just in case I'm reading this a couple days from now. I'm bad for what I've done. Let me remind myself I've warned him before. He's always a little crooked in the skull. He was working on some logic module. I confiscated it. Should be in my lockaway room for the foreseeable future. Company's been replacing our guards with auto mechanicals. At this rate, it's going to be end up as chief of security with no staff. Company tells us they're safe, programmed to treat humans like their own. People are liable to break down, but an automat mechanical never will. Doesn't sit right with me. Worse has happened. Mechanicals have gone crazy. Locked myself down here just trying to gather my courage. Gonna make a mad dash for the control room. Might be able to shut things down. Delete this entry if I ever return. Automated message. Contingency protocol. Security lockdown has been initiated. This is not a test. Anxiety is common side effect of life-threatening situation endangered by security lockdowns. Fighting back against this anxiety is an ice-cold bottle of 0G brew. Oh my god. Alright, so that just updated my journal a whole bunch for Die Robot. So this has the logic module in it. Hey, at least you're trying. Model spaceship? Let's see. Let's see. Worker outfit. Actually, Parvati, what's your armor looking like? 7. We'll give you the helmet there too, while we're at it. And that for the extra 9. Alright, what is... I saw it. It said model spaceship or some shit like that. There it is. Model made of metal with a generous amount of pungent resin is perfect for collector or just a child who dreams of adventures among stars. Imagination not included. I could not fire the grenade through the railing. So, nothing on the mechanical sentry, a little bit on that one. I wonder if I can make a robot ally. That'd be fun. Let's see. Is this... Nope. You're just a worker, but you had a mod. Some Spacers Chow. Plant worker. Unfortunate. Let's see. Thinking cap, Immunosol. Just some random bits and bobs. Oh shit. Game? I'm stuck. Okay. That was weird. That was very weird. Hello there, Oros. Welcome in, everybody. If you haven't met me before, my name is Sadro. I'm one of the two owners of the Cafe d'Arcadia. We're playing the Outer Worlds right now. How was stream, Oros? Reading down in the pit. Oh god, Higgins. Okay. Let's see. And some strange modifications to the logic model having time, but all I know is the modification was introduced in our recent refit. Company went through the trouble refitting every single mechanical in the plant not long ago. Oh dear. I died to my own hubris and peak near the end. You know that. Ain't that just how it goes? Ain't that just how it goes? In the same spot to the same. Oh no. Here's the key card. Chester's password. I don't know what Chester's password is, but you know what? That's fine. One of them said something about reading in the pit. So is this the pit down here? Oh, there's a dude alive here. Hello?
Mind the steam. You're liable to get scalded. Here they come!
Oh, wow, I wasn't even reloaded. A flaw in you. During your adventures, things may happen to your character that can trigger a flaw offer. Taking the flaw is optional, but doing so provides you with a perk. The choice is yours. Robophobia. Auto mechanicals will give you the willies, and when they're nearby, and they're not as effective as you should be. -1? Sure. Take the early perk point. Will reduce my durability loss on stuff. Okay, steam release valve closed. Thank you. It's a scientist. And a workbench. And, where is this dude I heard? Okay.
Here they come!
There we go. There's so much ammo here. Jeez. I'm appreciative of it, but I'm just like, okay. Where is Chester? I heard him. Can I not just jump over the railing, please? Please and thank you. Okay. Let's see if I keep going lower. 'Cause like I said, I heard him. But where is he? Yeah, I hear him. The question is how do I get down? Here it is. Give me just a second. Hi, Carrie. I am getting your messages. It was kind of covered.
No, just leave me alone.
Chester. Chester, buddy, I understand. You're a little spooked right now. What's up? I made my own model, by the way, Carrie, but thank you.
You're not real. You're not real.
Oh, let's see. Peeking around.
You're not real. You're not real.
Who designed her? I did. I designed her. Carrie, I made and designed my own model.
Phantom.
Hi, Higgins.
You can talk? The Phantom's never talked before. I knew I shouldn't have eaten that sprat raw. See, Higgins? This is why you must always boil your sprats before ingesting.
Why didn't the Scout and Crossroad? Because they had no cuts. Nice, Neo Shining Gundam. Welcome in, by the way. Yeah, you're not imagining me, Higgins.
Do excuse me. I experienced brief flashes of mania during which I am visited by the phantoms of my
That's cool, Carrie.
Chester D. Higgins. The D stands for definitely not insane. I use it as a reminder.
How long have you been down here, buddy?
Hard to say. By my reckoning, Higgins has been here somewhere between 2 weeks and forever. My recollection's a touch fuzzy these days.
Uh-huh. What do you do here, buddy?
Been many things over the years. Sprat Wrangler, Saltuna Critic, Aetherwave personality.
Oh no, I'm talking to the character in game, Carrie. I'm sorry, Carrie.
I've come a long way for someone who started off as a simple engineer right here in this plant.
Okay, so let's see. What happened, buddy?
Open fire on
What's going on, Higgins?
It was pandemonium.
How could this have happened?
Why did the mechanicals go on a murderous rampage? Same reason any of us do, I suppose. The voices told them to do it.
The voices told the robots to do it.
When the killing started. So, as usual, I missed out.
So
I specialized in automechanicals, drones, sentries, repaired them, maintained, upgraded, did it all from my old workroom just over in the next section.
So you're saying they probably didn't kill you because you fixed them?
Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with the mechanicals. If they wise up to our plans, they will come for us. With prodding irons.
Okay. I can deal with the mechanicals.
You know, you remind me of myself back when I was an intergalactic adventurer. I discovered a flaw. Their hostility levels were hardwired to maximum. There's no changing that, but you could rewrite their targeting protocol so they attack each other instead. Yes, that's exactly
Carrie, you can join our Discord. There should be a link for the Discord down below.
There's a behavior
Otherwise, you can probably.
It should have options to change how the mechanicals act, including whom they shoot at. Oh, that reminds me. You'll need code to
however, I don't often.
Let me just write it down.
I don't typically work with cold callers, so there should be a link down there at the bottom. And yeah. So, and goodbye. Ah. Let's see.
Funny thing, I was working on a logic module just before the mayhem started. Security.
Okay, hold up. Sorry about that, guys. I noticed that Kikas had a lot of botting going on. And one of the things that I have been finding ways to do is mess with the bots. Let's see. No, you're fine, love. You put 125 out of 130, love. Whoops. All right, so with that being said, I have the book from down here. We just need to kind of climb on up. So yeah, welcome back, Juno. The decision I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be sending it to, I'm going to be sending the power back to Edgewater, away from the botanical camps. But I want to return this, this engineer book back to one of the guys over there before I do so. I just need to find my way through here to, back to where the... Ah, here we go. This place was early on. Here we go. Grab the logic module. Grab all the free goodies, because free goodies are freaking fun. And now... It comes now the power. So I don't know what's going to go on with Higgins, because... How to join Discord? Link in the about... Oh, okay, so I need to fix that, Juno, but you can use !Discord, and there is a, there's a working link there. I had to fix some of my links around, and I think that was just the only one that slipped through the cracks.
Once we do this, there's no going back.
Yep, I'm aware, Parvati. Actually, let me see if I can talk to Parvati real quick.
Something you need?
Amma seemed very fond of you.
He's just interested in fixing stuff. He always used to follow me around, asking me to explain what I was doing. Like a puppy, kinda.
He nearly fell over when he saw you.
Told me a word to that effect. And since he didn't, I didn't have to say nothing about feeling different. And nothing had to get weird. If he wants to learn about engineering, we should help him get those data pads he wants.
I have the third one in my pocket.
Do that for him.
Yep. Anyways, Juno, we don't have an automatic bot, just to let you know, for roles. So just as soon as you agree to the rules, you thumbs up them in the channel. All of that. Lorelai should be able to help you get your roles and everything set up, because she's on the Discord in the back. Plant status. 22% efficiency. Redirect power. Manual. Please activate all 3 electrical track switches. Oh, great. Okay.
3 switches. That'll be easy enough.
I was worried that my adventure down below was going to be just entirely optional. Guess not. Oh, the thing that I got glitched over by.
If we send the power to Miss McDevitt, what happens to the veil?
Uh,
Something you need?
Okay. What happens at the Vale? It gets absolutely hosed at the end of the day. And I don't think that is the right decision. So we are going to send it back to Edgewater because we do be wanting to help people. Just get my happy dandy plasma out of here. My plasma rifle up.
That's the last.
Oh, did I art? I must have already hit one of the switches by accident. It must have been the one that put all the magma in the tubes. Okay then. Accidental spoiler progress.
Hey, mister? Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do?
I would not mind hearing
I
your
don't think we should
opinion.
cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how.
You're kind of on the same vein as what I was saying already.
Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I felt like I had to say something.
I'm glad you did.
Really? I mean, wow. Thanks. No one's ever told me those
People
words.
deserve to be complimented. People deserve to be treated like human beings and respected for their thoughts and their opinions, even if you don't think it's the right one. Redirects power. High likelihood of moderate to severe structural damage. Redirecting power is an irreversible procedure. Do you wish to continue? Emerald Vale geothermal plant. Current power is currently distributed to Edgewater in the Botanical Laboratory. We are redirecting it to Edgewater. Botanical Lab power regulator is now safe to remove. Edgewater Saltuna Cannery power regulator is now operating at optimal capacity. Additional structural damage detected. Permanent power failure detected in Botanical Laboratory. Blatant disregard for Space Resource property has been logged. Please report yourself to designated supervisor for immediate reprimand. Thank you for choosing Spacer's Choice family. And the choice has been made, exactly. Yeah. Just take his little bits and pieces. And yeah, come through the front door this time instead of the office door like I did. They're probably gonna shoot me. They're probably gonna shoot me. Knowing this style of game, I'm getting shot. Also, Juno, I had the fun. It was one of the funny moments. Like, oh yeah, I got the book. It's in French. That was so good. Like I said, the humor in this game is already top notch. Oh. I'm sorry. It was such a good moment, too. Yep. And everything's been dyed red. Yeah. Hey, buddy. I have a Hi, Adelaide.
That's the thing about growing old. Your eyes start to fail. Elsewise, I would have seen you for the snake that you are, chopped you into pieces and roasted you on a spit. This is all you're doing. Cutting off my power, killing off my garden. Without refrigeration, my food will spoil, and my flock will starve. I want to ask you this in private, away from the eyes of my flock, so they do not see me lose my temper. Tell me, why did you do it?
Reed needs his people back, realistically.
You want my flock wasting their lives in that cannery? Fine. Go and talk to them. Go talk to Grace and Thomas. Look them in the eye and tell them their life here is over, and the only thing left to do is go back to Edgewater. This is now your responsibility.
Oh, no, I'm fully aware.
Tell Reed Thompson that I will never return to Edgewater. I would rather die among my flowers than live under his management.
Wait. I can just shoot Reed in the face. Where did all this anger come from, though, first
My
off?
son worked in that cannery. When the plague started coming, he was one of the first to fall sick. We had a store of medicine locked away, but Reed refused to treat him. Said my boy didn't deserve treatment.
Oh, so yeah, no, your anger's totally justified.
So I buried my boy in the cemetery, gathered my belongings, and left. That's as much of the story as you need to hear. You offering to cross Reed off, huh? This some sort of twisted reparation for what you've done? Or you just looking for a chance to sow some chaos? Kill Reed if you must, or talk him into leaving if you can. He and I are not sharing the same four walls together. Tell Reed that I can make his people healthy again. I can end their plague. Start a new garden right in the cannery. 3 square meals for every man and woman in Edgewater. Tell him how I've made...
Hydrate, you bastard! Hydrate!
Thanks, Connor.
The soil has whispered its secrets to me, and I alone know how to breathe life back into the earth. The secret is human corpses.
I called it.
I've been grinding them up in my fertilizer for years. Marauder, worker.
Oh, no.
Matter much to me.
Ow.
The human body is
Thanks, Lumi.
rich with nutrients.
Think that will convince Reed to step down?
I've got a means to cure the plague, and I will not share that cure until Reed leaves town. Those are my terms.
All right. Well. You figured out the sort of best path. However, is it really? Sure, Edgewater's going to be better off with that early charge, but the deserters didn't want it better. They wanted free. No. I agree with you. No.
Everybody keeps staring at me. It's not my fault the power...
I'm aware the power's not. Today's your lucky day, buddy. I have those.
Really? Well, which one?
Part
Look
1.
at that. Building a computing machine out of Spectrum potatoes, a primer. I'm just glad it survived all these years.
Yeah, even the best compromise kind of sucks.
Through all that trouble. In fact, I put aside something special on the off chance that somebody'd search out those data.
Hold on. I've got more for you.
Don't keep me in suspense.
Part 2.
That's
Found in the cannery.
ironical. If I'd worked a little longer back at the cannery, I might have found this myself. 2 whole data pads? Be still my beating heart. Oh,
Yeah.
almost forgot your payment.
And hold on. I got one more.
In suspense.
But wait. There's more.
The geothermal plant? Now that is just incredible. You really went exploring down there? Adelaide always told us it was swarming with hostile mechanicals.
Well, it's not anymore.
That's a complete set. All 3 parts. I'm gonna be the greatest engineer Halcyon's ever seen. Aside from you. Ms. Parvati. I swear.
I'm taking Parvati with me if it lets me.
I'm glad we could help.
If it lets me, I'm taking Parvati.
I've been saving something for you. Just a little contraption I found. Should fit right into your outfit.
Now here's the hard news, Thomas. You're not going to survive for that power. Time to go back.
I've been thinking about going back. I'm not much use to anybody here. I get sick thinking about working at the cannery.
I'm going to fix that part, Thomas. You want to be an engineer.
Something? I think you're right. The town could use another engineer, and I'm on my way to becoming one. I could do a lot of good in Edgewater. Maybe even keep a garage of my own with a little workbench and my very own toolbox. It's just... Adelaide's never gonna forgive me. Not in 100 years. I go crawling back to my old life in Edgewater and I'm as good as dead.
I'm gonna fix that, Thomas. Stay put. I'm gonna try to talk Reed into going down. Okay. So now... Oh, I have to go resolve Reed first before I send these guys.
I don't know what you did to talk some...
Actually, you know... Let's go resolve Reed. Okay, this game is so touchy with its controls on the map still. I gotta figure that out later.
Sometimes I wonder what I'm doing with myself.
Okay, Reed. Okay, I'm hoping I have... I know I spent my last level just cranking up... I know I spent my last level like cranking up my conversation because I figured I would have to have a hard conversation with one character and another. And this is definitely one of the reasons I did that. Because, yeah, I have like dialogue up to like 30 totals on them. You don't have to convince the rest of you gonna get rid of Reed, by the way. Okay, well that's good to know. Probably still gonna go back and talk to them anyways. Mr. Thompson.
This is a fine day, friend. Power flows through our town like a cool stream of water.
And it's time for you to step down, buddy.
I trust Adelaide's people have seen their way to reason. So, when can I expect them back at their post?
You don't want to be like this. This is disgusting. This is awful in every way.
She won't come back
if
as
I
long
could
as
kill
you're
it,
here.
I would. But I legally can't.
Stewardship over this town
but I've considered it.
entrusted to me by Spacer's choice. I am not perfect. I have made my share of mistakes.
And your mistakes have caught up to you.
Best for this town.
What's up, love? She say? I don't remember the actual term for it. I don't remember the actual term for it, but it's someone who draws in supernaturals.
I have been holding this town together with both hands. You can't just expect me to leave.
I kind of do expect you to leave.
Spacer's choice man. My father was a Spacer's choice man. Edgewater may not look like much to some buttoned-up freelancer, but it is my home.
Adelaide's people are getting sick of the plague.
I don't believe you. Plague's a reality of life. Best treatment is a good work ethic.
This town doesn't need anything but Saltuna.
You are disparaging our parent company, and it is not appreciated. We are a Spacer's Choice Saltuna cannery. We eat Saltuna here, and only Saltuna.
Pretty sure it's the food, dude.
I don't understand. You say Adelaide's growing her own food, but that should not be possible. The soil's gone sour. Company said as much. Our own botanists couldn't grow decent crops for us, so the company got rid of them and shut down the greenhouse.
And she's found a way to grow food.
You will excuse me for being skeptical. How exactly is Adelaide growing crops in barren soil?
You don't deserve to know, dude.
If Adelaide's found a way to feed her people and cure the plague, then she deserves this office more than I do. I won't stand in her way.
Good.
My life here is ended. Give me a little time to settle my affairs. I'm sure Adelaide will be glad to see the back of me.
Yeah. I don't care enough about you to learn more. Goodbye, Reed. No, no. Ow. Thanks, Torres. As much as it would be fun to just shoot him in the face and be done with it, I'm gonna give him credit where credit is due and say that he did try. The problem is that the obsession with just Saltuna is not the answer. Why is the red up there? Actually, that makes me curious now.
We can handle it. Nice one. That's the last of them.
They were rabid. That makes me sad. Let's see. I just, Plague isn't real and says vitamin deficiency because Reed's an idiot. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. Because the way they're explaining it just sounds like organ failure or potassium poisoning. That's literally all it reads like. So as a result, you end up in this situation where it's just like they're eating so much Saltuna that it's killing them, like it's gout or some shit. A tremor cleaver? Well, just casually broke one of my legs. Like 100%, if that's like
Let's end this quick. That's the last of them.
But yeah, no, I'm just I'm Am I annoyed with Reed? Yes. I just don't think he deserves to die, but I do understand why we're making him leave. And yes, I know I'm looting everything like a goblin, but, you know. Oh, this is the community center. Wow. The fact that I never passed in front of it is kind of funny. We got a release date for the next summer event for FGO. Oh, geez, how fast is it? How fast approaching is it? It's next Friday. Jesus Christ. That is such a fast, like, cycle. So, Adelaide. Come here. Hi. I was not coming to shoot you.
Look at that. The snake's come back.
You can call me the snake all you want, but I've already fixed it.
I never thought I'd see the day that Reed Thompson abandoned his post. Suppose we all have a breaking point. Suppose it's time our flock made our way back to Edgewater. We must tend to what remains of the town and carry on with our lives as best we may. You're vexing to me, you know? Injuring us with one hand, helping us with the other. Here, I'm giving you something to leave us be. It's a ransom, you understand, not a reward. You're telling me you did all this just to put me in charge of Edgewater? Stranger, you are some kind of twisted. I might turn that old cannery into a garden. Got ourselves a whole cemetery bursting with bodies. I need some time to gather my personals. Long walk back to Edgewater. Got a considerable burden to carry.
Yep. Well. I love it when people twist what I'm trying to do to help them. Yeah, at first when I didn't figure this out, send the power to the deserters. Want to know the secret fucked up thing that happens to do that? Or figure that for now. I'll save that for another playthrough, you know? Like, because not gonna lie, that didn't feel good, you know? Like, it's the best of a bad situation, 100%. Get twisted like a Twizzler, right? Man, there's only 10 minutes left on the timer.
When I was little, we'd get freighters in every Sunday noon.
Never seen the Vale lit up like this before.
They're trying to extend the timer just a little bit more.
Bang up work, soldier. You're a credit to your uniform.
Yeah, all the endings for Android want to make you feel like what Saltuna probably tastes like. Shit.
So this is it then. The key to humanity's victory over the mechanical hordes. I would reward you with the gratitude of the resistance, but I'm guessing you want something tactile. So here's a couple bits for your trouble, and a little something to remember me by.
Alright, well, thank you, dude. I think that's calls for me to leave now. But I need to talk to Parvati first.
That was a good thing you did, Captain. Helping to bring the deserters and Edgewater folks back together. I hope you rest well on that.
Thanks. You know what? I'll give Parvati a chance to talk if she wants to, while we walk back to the ship. Because I'm going to be honest, this clearly set up this world, this universe, this galaxy far, far away, whatever you wish to call it, very, very clearly what it wants to do. Yeah. The corporations are cartoonishly evil, as to be expected in a world, in a society like this. But at the same time, there's a very human element to the storytelling that's been already being shown, right? Humans will fight, humans will squabble. Some will take power and do the best they can with what they got, and some will take some less than savory means to make sure others are taken care of. And honestly, that's some of the best storytelling.
Not today. Just helping this fella.
And like, frankly, at the end of the day, in all of this, right, you have a situation where two people with very strongly different and opposing ideas of how things should be taken care of almost came to blows, realistically. But unfortunately, it took an outside force to bring them back together in a somewhat mutually okay way. Also, I didn't take this path before, I'm taking it now. It's kind of a pretty spot right here. I wonder if there's anything over here. Goodbye. There we go. Sako, you did it. Oh, jeez. What did you do this time, Lumi? That's a grave. I'm leaving that grave alone. You turned your work into bingo cards? Oh, no. The other thing I was noticing is, like, there's a lot of, like, ship debris here. Like, there's a lot of ship debris here.
Hydrate, you bastard! Hydrate!
Alright, give me just a second. Looking good, Joker. Wait, what? Sorry, I couldn't resist the reference. Also, I really like this hunting rifle. It's very useful for scouting as well as taking a couple good pot shots.
Huh?
Oh, hello there. It would help if I had accuracy. Well, goodbye, dude. Oh, shit. Alright, give me a minute. Let me go get something fresh to top off my drink. And then we'll get the timer started for the Uwu card. I just want to get inside the ship safely. Or at least to the ship safely, and then we'll pause.
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew. I'm the only
You're
person
allowed to
who-
come with Parvati.
Every time I think of going back, I get this sinking feeling.
Like, you can come with.
Well, it's kind of you to say that. And you're right. I wasn't happy. I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But can I come with you? I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves for my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think?
Take a cabin, it's yours.
I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, mister. Captain. I can call you Captain now. Ha! I got a captain.
Oh. Now let me go get my drink, and now we'll get the timer started. All right. All right. Oh well, now that we were going, I am so out of practice doing this voice. It's so awkward. Hi, Vika.
Certainly I'm looking forward to flying on a ship named the Unreliable. I'll just head upstairs and claim a room.
Yes, go claim a room. Same thing with you, Pawadi. Oh my god. Oh no. What are you doing to me? What are you gonna do to me, Woomy? It's only for 5 minutes.
Captain, I have detected that Edgewater's power supply is now optimal. I applaud your willingness to invest your time in the local community. What can I do for you, Captain?
And I have a power regulator.
A power regulator?
Yeah, I know what I'm doing.
Your aptitude for engineering.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have to do Grandma Time as well as the reverse arm and not. No one's gonna understand me!
Across the cargo bay, up the ladders.
I'll be back. Tell us you the I'm a miserable. All the Panga Wanga Wilta.
This right here is my favorite thing ever. In the history of forever. I think about this every day. I think about this all night long. I stay awake, not sleeping, because I'm thinking about this.
Automat pistol. Okay, there we go. Damage. 172. 113. Okay, so our mess stuff currently is on the low side. That's unfortunate. Let's save real quick. Hi, Asband. My FTR rolls went pretty good. Okay, damage. Where are you? And I'm so sorry. I cannot sleep, cannot sleep tonight. My pistol. There we go. I did get my target. Thank you very much.
I'm going.
Alright. one breakdown. Almost everything. What does Pavani have to lose? Battle, what the rules? I'm sorry, what was the one time when the motor? Oh, I know. That's a half a minute talk for there. Okay, now just the gremlin voice is on for a little bit longer.
Hydrate, you bastard! Hydrate!
Thank you, Lermy. Yeah. That's been stuck. That's been plugged in.
All systems are operating within acceptable parameters.
I can fly!
To bring the unreliable into low altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capability.
Where'd the seals come from? From the hydrant. Let's get out of here.
We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Hello there, Dr. Phineas.
Aha, there you are. Hey,
Alright,
hearty.
that should be enough time at this point.
Ship. I see you're putting the unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you.
I haven't experienced any dripping. I can feel it in the line, and also I can slow time.
Oh, that, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Kelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay.
Okay. Okay, so why would you need a key to land on a planet, buddy?
Strictly speaking, Monarch is a moon, terraformed badly, and almost completely lawless. You'll love it. Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation. Think of a nav key as a set of flight instructions. The board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay, so we must rely on unconventional means of acquisition. Hence, Miss Gladys Kelly.
Fine, I'll go have a word with her.
Send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology, years ahead of its time. I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters.
Holographic Shroud.
Excellent. I'll contact you once you find
it. Probably drives me in a hologram or some sort.
If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Why do I feel like...
If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
Got it. Thank you. My rolls for Summer Morgan did really good. GSSRs, I got another copy of Proto Merlin, so I'm at MP3 on her. And for the other one, Brain, why are you not braining right now?
You might want to consider changing clothes more often.
Oh, I literally have Captain's Quarters now. Casual Sentry Saber sitting right there. I can put stuff away. Oh, that's going to be helpful. The hibernation suit away. I'll put the officer's spine away. But let's see, where is this holographic shroud? Projects a disguise onto you and your opponent and gives you access to restricted areas, provided you have the correct ID cartridge for that area. Restricted areas are off limits to unauthorized personnel and otherwise result in being attacked on sight. Oh, that is so useful. Messages for Hawthorne. Unread messages from Bedford. Mailing you a copy of my favorite serial, The Space Adventures of a Singularity to Steel. Not dashing space pirate with a heart of well steel. Not board approved. Not fun. Okay. Let's see. Shrink Ray. Check this log until you tell you something. I mean, yes, continue. No, if I'm not dead, why would you? No. Sublimely powerful weapon in Wells' lab, just sitting there for the taking. If the gray hair were to look away and forget about it, maybe. He called it a shrink ray, but it wouldn't let me test that claim after I lost my temper. Let's see. Hammer power. Trying to drop it with a special power created by Crazy Lab Coat? Sure, fits the... Could be another one of the weapons that inspired Wells. Wolves won't just give the shrink ray to me, blast him to the depths of the labyrinth of Tartarus and back. I should have commandeered it. Thanks to without wasn't ready yet, and even if it were, he wouldn't trust someone like me. I have to wait till Wells forgets or thinks he's misplaced it. In the meanwhile, I've been tracking down additional rumors pertaining to the others, these science weapons throughout Halshon. If gossip holds true, my next step will be to check with the black market merchants on Groundbreaker and in Fallbrook. Okay. Weapons from the Void. Acquire Phineas' science weapon. Acquire the science weapon on Groundbreaker. Summer Morgan, Bryn from Destiny Banner, and I got MP2 Rasputin. Oh, my Destiny Banner was Arquid. Thank you. I couldn't remember the name of that other GSSR. Let's see. Terra 2. Oh, okay. So Phineas is the Groundbreaker. Independent orbital station that remains in Halcyon's first ship. Captained by Jinley Tennyson and run by the descendants of the original crew. Okay, so Terra 2 has Edgewater. Phineas's lab is there. The Groundbreaker's over there. So, to the Groundbreaker, I guess. All's got made alter before Banner disappeared, so what? Hey. Flight in location you've unlocked through some landing base requires special codes and keys before allowing you to land there. Moving between planets is considered extremely dangerous, and all employees are encouraged to remain home or at work.
Destination reached. The Groundbreaker.
Thanks, Ada. What I'm going to do...
Can we talk?
Hey, Parvati, what's going on?
Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson.
What about
I
her?
was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff.
You know what? Sure.
Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make
Sure.
it worth your time. Did you want to talk about something else?
No. Break time's over. And before we go forward into here, I'm going to take a moment, go to the bathroom, guys. I'll be right back. Sorry for the brief delay, everybody. Okay. Now, getting us all sorted back and ready to go. Parvati. Oh, Vicar. Oh, you have a perk too. Do I get 2 companions in the party at once? Huh. I thought I only got 1 companion. Hmm. Hmm. I was gonna say, please, game. The last time. We're gonna sit save real quick. Add a junk, add a junk. Add a junk. I should upgrade Vicar's armor, though. 10? Oh, well, his is better than my stuff. We'll give him a helmet, though. Just to make sure he's nice and covered. Okay.
Just checking your Captain. Hey, Captain. I'm in space. I never thought I'd be able to say that.
Okay, you are such an innocent being. I love that. I love that for you, Parvati. I'm in space! I may need to improve my walk speed. With the next perk I get. I don't know. Oh.
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a toss-ball stick. I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
Thank you for lurking.
He's not even denying it.
Jackass had it coming.
Shut it, Felix. You're not making this any better.
You get cute with me again, you little back bay brat, I will toss you out an airlock.
This is the Groundbreaker, not Byzantium. You ain't the law here. I am. Now move along.
I don't have time for this. I need a drink.
You good, buddy?
Going for a stroll around the docking base?
Just kind of knows you were in the middle of an argument.
Got a knack for upsetting the board and the Mardettes all at once. Between you and me, I was hoping they'd come to fisticuffs.
I'd like to hear what happened to you, buddy.
I had this foreman, right? Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But I keep my chin up, right? Be the bigger man, I tell myself. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting.
Oh.
Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back bay's dock worker. Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation.
So, you got any plans, buddy?
Freedom. Scrounged together enough bits for a 0G. Other than that, can't say as I do. Hey, Not for nothing, but I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock. Wouldn't happen to be yours, would it?
That's me, Captain of the Unreliable.
You're like something out of a serial drama.
Hydrate, you bastard!
Thanks, Connor.
To be, I appreciate your time.
Never caught your name, buddy.
Felix Millstone. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
See you around, boss.
Boss.
Wow. Okay. So, well, this is basically landing bay. How you doing, Connor? Oh. Various crimes and violations of board policy, including any or all of the following: sedition, forgery, conspiracy, conspiracy to commit conspiracy, unlicensed medical practice, destruction of board property.
That's quite the impressive list of infractions.
Yup, yeah, it is. McRed? Dead or alive, Captain Gunnar McRed. For several counts of public intoxication, destruction of groundbreaker property, unpaid docking fees, and resisting arrest. Contact Commandant Sanita if you have any information concerning McRed's whereabouts. A failure to report a tip can result in imprisonment and a fine. Proof of kill is required to collect a reward. And then another one for Phineas. Stevedore? I need to stop saying all about the acquaintance. See, like, the sell all junk. That's gonna help me. Yeah, we'll sell that. Yeah, we'll sell that. Hello there.
Identification, please. Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
Oh, then.
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in trouble.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably.
How do we get this resolved?
You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. You can't miss it.
Any idea why my ship was impounded specifically?
Pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be emotional, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone.
I've rejected 3 promotions, so it stays that way.
You take the starch out of them, well, you won't hear any complaints.
Oh, that's good.
If you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor?
Sure.
Your set over in sickbay. Tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it.
Got it.
Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Can you tell me something?
You'll find her in the rest and go, on your left when you enter the promenade. Make sure you bring an empty belly.
See you around.
Seeing you.
That's
This weird signal the other day. It was coming from Monarch.
Here we go again. No one lives on Monarch. It's a wasteland. You were hearing things.
No, seriously. There was a lot of static at first, but then this voice.
I recognize this voice actor.
Graham, right. Broadcasting on a dead world full of monsters. Now I've heard.
You know, it takes more muscles to frown frown than to smile.
Who told you that? Ram?
Could I have a word with you, Captain?
We interrupt your regularly.
Captain, if I could trouble you for a moment of your time, while we're on the groundbreaker.
But yeah, no, June, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to ignore you. I just kind of got lost into the game for a minute.
I've been thinking on that. There's a former infamous philosopher scholar who fled Terra 2 some years ago. He's an expert on Bakonu. He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this colony could translate that book, it would be him.
Let's see. Sounds like a good lead.
Good question. Fortunately, we're in the perfect place to start. This is where I'd go if I wanted to get off Terra 2. Great place to pick up a ride to Hephaestus, Scylla, even Monarch. All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of all crew manifests for both arrivals and departures.
How is it that a simple Vicar happens to be such a highly skilled hacker?
Before I transferred to Edgewater, I had a wealth of time to develop certain secular skills during my years serving a particular penitentiary flock. I meditated, led sermons, provided guidance to the inmates as needed, of course. I also played prison yard tossball and taught myself a bit about computronic security systems.
All right. Sounds good, boss. Have fun with that. Anyways, what comes out on oh god, it's Saber and Honkai, isn't it? This is Barracks. No, I did not want gun out. I want gun away. Gun goes bye-bye.
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
Okay, so we have over here something or someone. Oh, that's Gladys. So Fate Banner on HSR this Friday, the next Friday, Summer of FA on FGR. Right. I need to get back to playing Honkai again, but you know, I just haven't. I found out I haven't had the motivation to play it. But
Go back to Byzantium, you gold-plated bastards.
Yeah, no one wants you on Groundbreaker.
These stairs are board property. I'm just gonna hang in the back and try not to touch anything.
yeah, probably a good idea.
The board and its agents would be more content, sitting at the top of the system's food chain as they are.
And they actually got a lot of people as background NPCs. Yeah, so I was wondering like, what's going on?
Yes, Wheeler messaged me you were coming. You must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he. Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer?
He's dead, unfortunately.
Oh no, this is terrible. My dear friend, what devilry is this? In whose miserable fever dream am I trapped?
I'm sorry for your loss, buddy.
Alex, there were so many arguments we'd yet to have.
You're the guy from the emails, aren't you? Yeah, he's the one from the emails.
He was my dearest friend. My only friend. You have his ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him, him wincing. I keep a copy beside my bed. Did he? Ah, that's just like him. Such a...
Yuri Lowenthal, and he's a guy in one of the DLCs. Yeah, that's fair.
How did he die?
You don't want to know the details, my friend.
You're quite right, of course. Best not to pry into such dismal things.
Yeah, again, I'm very sorry.
Right. You're going important places, I'm sure. Big, exciting, important places. There, I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go, Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all?
Alex never mentioned Phineas. That's not a lie. That's technically not a lie.
That's... well, that's just terrible news. Law, what am I going to do now? The board will have my head. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Is there
I'm not lying.
I might help you with?
So, what's this about the board having your head?
It's personal business, I'm afraid. Miserably, terribly personal.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Information on the whereabouts of Phineas Wells would go a long way. It's... well, it's my white whale, I suppose. It's fine, really. It's perfectly fine. I understand. Now, if you've nothing else, please see yourself out. I'd like to drown myself in work.
I could have totally turned him in. I could have totally turned in Phineas. I just don't... Hello there, Kirby. How's it going? Let's get my tech up a little bit higher and my stealth a bit higher. I haven't needed dialogue stupid high, but just getting better guns is always nice. And I get a perk. I'm doing pretty good right now, Kirby. What you up to? Let's see it. Walk speed. There we go. Parvati's VA is Chloe from Life is Strange. I was wondering. I was like, her voice is familiar. Because I know they have done a lot of things. I've been like I said, I've been hearing a lot of familiar voices to me. Been asleep, I'm still tired. Yeah, I can understand that. Sometimes you can't get up and you can't get all your energy up and going. Okay, was not expecting to see the moon mask. I have some things.
My heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door.
The more I click, the more I realize I do know these voices. Yeah, that's kind of what I was feeling right now playing this.
My sugar cookies are made without a single natural ingredient or an oven, just like store-bought.
So Kirby, have you considered that you maybe not getting enough of your different vitamins that you need? Perhaps, maybe not enough. I know a lot of the times when I'm feeling like that, I feel like I'm not having enough iron or enough vitamin C. Let me see what you got for sale.
Some ceramic mandapillar at a salvage auction last week.
Your merchant skill is equal to the value of your best dialogue skill, and use to negotiate prices when buying and selling from vendors. Okay.
Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction.
Oh.
Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's...
Hey, I don't know what it is, my fatigue or what.
At least. Now, I only have the one nav key, and they're hard to come by these days.
Yeah, so yeah, Kirby, just trying to get something a little bit snacky in you, maybe like a banana or something to start, and then maybe a banana or some fruit, and that might be able to help you. And then from there, see if you need more protein, or if you need just more water or some hydration. Stuff like that.
Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain.
A lot of them are Dune Awakening and the New Doom. I haven't played either of those yet, so that's good to know.
Could help out the Groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms...
What's going on, Gladys?
Do you know Edna over in engineering? Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago. You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like that.
I swear my sleep schedule is absolutely awful. Yeah, no, Kirby, mine is that way too. I'm very nocturnal myself, so I'll be up in the evenings and late in the night, and then I'll get a couple hours of sleep, and then I'll take my wife to work in the morning, and then I'll get a couple hours of sleep, and then I'll go pick up my wife and maybe take another nap, and then be up all night again.
Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me. Here, take a candy with you.
Also, another thing I'm going to give praise to this game is that people who are... Yeah, no, my wife typically has to be going into work at that time, so I drive her in. So getting up at 5 or 6:30 in the morning, yeah. Pretty familiar feeling overall. Why are we still green? Ah. Because it still wanted me to go buy the, I don't want to eat, but right. No, I understand completely because there's so many times that I want to just... I want to get up and I want to do things and I want to be active and all that. But, the energy's just not there.
I know she's in there, Mfuru. You can't get me out of there.
Please don't make a scene, Dr. Fenhill.
I am not making a scene.
Oh, she doesn't have to have coffee, thankfully. I'm just gonna pass on by real quick and be like, hey.
Can't say I've seen you before. I take it you're a freighter captain? If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service.
Wheelie says your shipment won't be coming in soon.
He must be referring to Irion. I'm sure the fool's gotten himself into another scrape. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever gonna get my service mechanicals at this rate.
I could try to find him.
Spare the time. We need his delivery soon as yesterday. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla, an asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. That's where I'd start, were I the adventuring type. You look out, though.
Okay, so we are now starting to get the interstellar Okay, what's going on with you?
Sorry, am I causing a scene?
See, Mfuru? We could have avoided all this unpleasantness if you just let me talk to Jesse in the first place.
Yeah, that's fair.
Let me get one thing straight. Jesse and I are not friends. I just owe her, okay? As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's been here too long, and she's apparently not receiving visitors.
Maybe I can look in.
If you know something I don't about dealing with hospital bureaucracy...
This objective requires you to enter a restricted area. If not inside, you'll be shot on sight. Fun!
What seems to be the problem? If only my other patients had so many inquiring after them.
This right here is my favorite thing ever. In the history of forever. I think about this every day. I think about this all night long. I stay awake, not sleeping, because I'm thinking about this.
She's not my patient. I'm certain no one on my staff would falsify patient records, if that's what you're implying.
No, it's fair, Juno.
Take care.
Okay. That is the restricted area.
Understood. I'll keep my head down.
The game, the game's going pretty well. I'm just afraid. Hold on. Gonna save, right? Because I'm wondering if picking up this key card gets us in trouble. Okay. Holographic disguise activated. Moving drains the shroud's energy. When it runs out, personnel will see and interrogate you. Talk your way out of interrogation to reset your shroud. It'll get harder to talk your way out the more you're interrogated. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, I'm starting to see how it goes. Huh. Like I said, I'm learning this game slowly but surely with all of its little new mechanics. Okay. Get out of the restricted zone. Okay.
You're sure this is perfectly safe? I'd rather not die early of an infectious disease myself.
Requires not being disturbed, don't you? What? Why? Everything's fine. We're all fine here. No need for her to be worrying her
Okay.
head about me.
Hey, Jesse.
Terrible, dreadful sick is all. Got a cough that won't quit and sores all over my body. Highly, lethally contagious. But I'll be fine, so long as I'm left alone.
She's genuinely worried about you, lady.
Okay, we can discuss this like the level-headed folk that we are. Seems I've got to do something before Ellie goes jabbering my business to anyone with one ear and an intent to listen.
Yes, you're right. What's going on?
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat what I'm about to tell you to anyone, I will deny it with my dying breath. You, ain't with the board, are you?
No.
I owe them. A lot. I might have missed a payment or two, and the other night I swear someone was following me back to my room. So I hold up here to lay low.
She asked me to help you, so what's going on, lady?
Bedford's the board guy on the station. He'd know how I stand with them. If you can square things for me, I'd owe you one even bigger than Ellie owes me.
All right, what you get?
What? No, I didn't do anything. I'm a law-abiding denizen of this ship, I swear.
So what led to this point?
Think? No. I recognize a contracted killer when I see one, thank you. In my line of work, that's a skill you develop during week 1, assuming you want to keep breathing. Alright, I'll fess this part up too, if it means you'll help me. I'm a thief. I specialize in particularly high-end and historically valuable items. 3 weeks back, I caught rumor that the blood tier diamond last worn by an heiress on the Lost Hope, had surfaced for the first time in 70 years.
So you stole it.
If I had, you think I'd be hiding out in the med bay? I was gonna steal it, lined up Udom as my buyer. He paid half up front to finance the operation. Let's just say things went sideways about the time I got my hands on the diamond, and it crumbled to stardust in my palm.
Oh.
Anywho, I barely made it out with my life, and nary a plan to make back Udom's deposit I'd spent.
I'll talk to the board.
Thanks for helping me with the board. You're a real pal. Or I guess I should say, Ellie is one, huh?
Okay. So you stole a gem. If I'm understanding understanding this correctly, you stole a gem you weren't supposed to. Oh, okay. Night, Juno. So.
Any word on Jesse? Good luck. The board's got an
Yep. Okay. So I'm gonna have to leave here anyways. Okay, so now man, there's so many things I can go about doing right now. What's up, love? You gotta be up at 5 to... Oh, geez. Okay. We'll pause the timer here. I will add... This way we can, I'll pause the timer here. We will wrap up here for tonight so I can get my lovely wife to bed on time. We will see you guys tomorrow for my Elden Ring Limited Levels run. Let me go find somebody to go raid real quick, though, while we're at it. You know what? Our good friend Coffee Ninja Rio's live, so we're gonna go raid him. So, he is currently doing his masochist crowd control Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff. So, have fun, everybody. He's an absolutely wonderful person. Night, everyone.